Welcome to Seeker. For this, yeah, it's the same as normal. Just a little bit faster paced, and there's some mechanics which happen at the same time. So, what we will have, we'll have the sword cleaves, which again will happen a little bit quicker. I'll call them out boss relative, which will be something along the lines of left, left, right, right, front, back, back, front, something like that. There is one point as well where it will happen from the clone. I'll call it out though when we need to resolve the swords relative to the clone. And also as well, there is the Sanitar's Fall mechanic. For that, there are some Earthshakers that go out from the middle. So if you get a little tether and a marker above your head, you just need to take it away from where the boss jumps to, as that's where the group will be going. Last thing to note, we have a little grid where you just need to stand in between the safe spot sort of area thing. There's multiple safe spots diagonal from each other, relatively similar to the New Alliance raid, along with an orb, which we need to look away from. It doesn't show the little eye on it, but it's a gaze attack, so look away from that, and we move away from the pinky purple flower, which also spawns on an intercardinal. That resolves last, so no need to worry too much about getting away from it too quickly, but also don't hang about too much. Okay. Other than that, yeah, just generally just follow the calls and it should be fine. Anyone wants to do their ready check, so if you want me to just repeat anything, you can hit no, ask a question. I think we've got one BRB as well. Oh wait, no, I'm C. Just wait for our one to return. Okay, have I been delegated? I smoked that, Azu.
Azu, do you happen to live next to a stadium or a racetrack?
No, just that there is someone out there that decided to pass by with their motorcycle. I usually don't hear it because of my headphones, but
Oh, your mic heard it.
yeah,
Must be
I'll just
quite
turn off my
loud.
mic. I'll turn off my mic when I'm not using it.
Where's Cake? Big back. Oh yeah, it's ready. Okay, so if you want to as well, you can use some buff food. It will give you a little bit of extra HP. And a little bit of extra damage as well. It's always nice. And here we go. First up is that raid wide. And then we're going to be going into the sword clues. We'll be going left, left, right, right. Left, left, 2 clears, and right. Right, right. Looking away from 1. And moving away from 3. Get back close to the boss. Be underneath the boss or behind. Do not be on the sides. Okay. Gonna have a tank buster. Don't be a hump. Let's show that one. I'm standing here, I don't trust you.
Okay.
Stack up, wait for the chains to appear, and then spread. Spread out and go behind any wall. Behind the walls. 1, 2, 3, or 4. And back on the boss. Get back close to the middle-ish. Maybe some AoEs, and we're going to move up behind the first one. Going towards D. Out towards D. Going in front of the walls. Follow the dashes round. In front of wall number 4. In front of the wall. In front. Nice. And stay stacked. Stack, stack. Some ads are going to spawn, they're going to do some line areas, just dodge those. And now we're going into sand and tiles. The lines, and then we're going on sand first. Everyone on sand, stand on sand. Next to we're going to have the earth shakers from the middle, so remember if you get a tether or a mark above your head, move away from the boss. We're going on tiles. Tiles, tiles. Earth shakers out, take them away. Earth shakers going out again, and everyone on sand. Take the other shakers away. Yeah. Those are lines. And then we're probably going into Cardinals with the boss. Yep, into Cardinals, numbers are safe. Okay, stay close to the middle again. We're going to have those areas and dashes like we had earlier. This time with sword cleaves. And we're moving out towards C. Follow the dashes around in front of the walls. And then we'll be going right, right, or left, left of the boss after. Right, right. And left, left. Looking away from 3. And moving away from 4. Towards 2. Stack up the chains, and then break them once they appear. Spread out. And raid. Nope. Close to the middle. Very close first, though. Away from me. And then having the sun and tiles along with swords. and it's rough. Starting on the right, right, left, left, right. On tiles. Left, left. On sand. And right. One more. On tiles. Let's get all about ready. Looking away from 3. And we're moving away from 4. Towards 2 again. Touch the lines last. And we're just gonna kill it. Raid wide. And then be behind the boss again. I'm not gonna see it though. Yeah, this can start rising. Good job. Grab your personal loot. Can revive the dead, and there are traps ahead as well. Fair amount of damage then. We'll kill it quicker later.
I hope so.
I hope so as well. Okay. Langus on duel. If if it's ranged in the caster and Langus party, can sit back and just give them Dervish and duel 4. That would be great. There we go. Okay, so, Dahu. Nothing huge to worry about. It's a fight of just dodging orange. Only real difference is you may get a marker above your head, a little number marker. If you get it, you just take it to the corresponding waymark. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, the closest add to it. Other than that, the cycleve, just so you're aware, try and be behind as much as you can. Once you're on there, you move to one side, then as soon as the orange disappears, you dodge into the first cleave. That's about it. So, we can do ready checks. Party B, you probably want to jump around on the 3 marker. Just so that we know you guys are ready. Unless you've already done a ready check.
Well, duelist is done.
Never mind. Ready check. That was definitely a cheese.
I mean, it did take a minute or two.
Right, A, C, D, and F. How about B? B's ready. Countdown. Jeez. You know.
More of a Gouda enjoy myself, thank you.
And here we go. First up is a couple of screams, which are going to drop a load of AoEs around. So yeah, that's done bad. That's going to happen again. Keep moving, and then he's going to turn and dash. Don't be in front, he's dashing north. He's going to turn and dash again, same again, don't be in front. Start moving towards the sides to dodge the cone. And then we're going to go back to the middle. These ads are going to do some lines. Again, those them in orange. And then some markers are going to go out. Just takes the corresponding marker number. 1 to 1, 2 to 2. You can resolve it up, but the lines don't need to run too quickly. Go, go, go. More lines, and then we're going to have a side cleave. Start on the right, and move into it. Find a safe spot around the edge, you're going to get knocked to it. Knocked to any safe spot. Back on the boss, don't be in front or on the right. Follow the spinning home fiber. Two, one more. That's it. Yeah, gonna have some ants that are gonna spawn, but we can just focus down the boss. I need some mitts, just keep me healed up. I'll use my invuln as well. Just focus the boss. Nice. Good job. Grab your personal loot, and then we'll move on. Queen's Guard time. For this, you will need to, very early on, you may need to click off a buff on your buff bar. It would be the yellow or purple, or the Spellforge or Steel Sting, however you want to call it. There's a little macro in DRS chat if you would rather use a macro than click off the buff. Other than that, the healers who are applying the buff, you need to slot in your Spellforge and Steel Sting now. Healers, your duty will be to buff anybody who's in the Spellforge column or the Steel Sting column relative to your buff, your ability and your action. You will also need to buff anybody in the hybrid column. You will probably need to do that though after it's been called out which one needs buffing, which one needs removing. Also, as well, healers, you need to decide which orbs you're going to take for the third phase. That's the third picture in DRS chat. Those show the orb locations. Party letters relative to H1 or H2. So just decide in your party whether you're going to take the H1 or the H2 orb. But also note as well, if your co-healer is dead, it will be your duty to take the second one as well. They do 2 AoEs, so you can reflect the first one, then go to the second one after. What you need to do for those orbs? You need to use your light curtains. You can put them on. You can drag them onto your hotbar to make it a little bit easier to use. What you do, no later than when the AoE appears around the orb, pop your light curtain, and then stand in it. That'll reflect the damage back, and kill it. That's it. The rest of us for the third phase will be going to the A and the C side, where you will need to focus down some aura spheres. At which point, any tanks with their tank stances will just put anyone with any tank with their invuln, sorry, will put their stances on, and just invuln a spike check if they get a little mark above your head. That's it. Rest of the fight, majority of it is a case of just following the calls as per usual. But as a brief overview for the 2 phases that we will have, for the first phase there will be the bombs. So depending on whether you get a tether or a debuff, you will go to a big or a small bomb. I'll call out what you need to go to if you have the tether or the debuff. Difference being here, if you do drop down, you will need to move to where a bomb just exploded, as you can drop down earlier. Also as well, during that mechanic, the knight that will be in the center will also do either a sword or a shield omen, which will mean either we need to take the bombs on the edge, or we'll have a knockback from the middle. Knockback from the middle is not big at all. It's very, very small. You can stand roughly where I'm stood here, and you will be absolutely fine. No need to worry about it at all. Just don't be too close in the middle, otherwise you will get clipped. Other than that, there's also another tether mechanic, which is the wind or the lightning. So if you have a tether or a debuff, you'll be going to wind. If you do not, you'll be going to lightning. Soon as that resolves, we'll be running to the knight in their center and then going either inside or outside of his hitbox while dodging the 3 little nail cleaves that he has going on there. Just go to where there isn't one. And I'll call it out relative to the boss, and I'll also call out a waymark as well. For that, you will probably want to use sprint. It will make it a bit easier. Second phase is probably even easier than the first. There's only one mechanic that you really need to note, which is the gunner's mechanic, which is the little circle around you, which has a little cutout on it, or the open side as it's called. For that, there will be 2 attacks. You need to face the open side towards the attack. The gunner in the center will attack first, so you face towards the gunner in the center, and there will also be turrets on the Delta and the Bravo side. So gunner first, and then to a turret on the side after. That's how you resolve that mechanic. Otherwise, just follow the callouts. I'll tell you where to run to. Okay, so if you want anything repeating the same as usual, just hit no on the ready checks. It'll probably be going in a second. That's the guy. Doesn't even show the circle. It's very sad. A, B, C, and E are good. A, B, C, E, and F. Just went on Delta. How are we doing in D?
I was just answering a question. D's ready.
D's ready. Okie dokie. Yeah, no worries at all. Then we can do our countdown. Here, as you can start pre-buffing your Spell Forge and Steel Sting, and everyone you can move up to the bosses. You just don't target them yet. Okay, we'll round them up in the middle. Area them down. We'll also have a raid wide as well. First raid wide. Skip the second. Nice. Okay, we're going to Bravo, and Knight will be in the center. Yeah, we'll just split our parties between them. We're going to remove yellow and buff purple. Remove Steel Sting, buff Spellforge. And we're going to have the bomb mechanic first. We're going to have a knockback from the center. If you have a tether, you'll be going to big. If you do not have a tether, you'll be going to small. Knock back from the middle towards a D1 or 4. Drop down, move to where a bomb just exploded. And back on the boss. Gonna have a raid wire coming up in a second. And dispel the warrior. There's the raid wide. Next up will be the wind or lightning. And if you have a tether, you'll be going to wind. If you do not, you'll be going to lightning. Tethered or debuff to wind. No tether or debuff to lightning. After, we'll be going into the knight's hitbox. Run to the knight in the center. And left side, inside the hitbox, towards A. Another raid wide, another dispel. And have some tank busters as well. And keeping relatively close together. Yeah, we'd be fine. Same debuffs, nothing to worry about. There we go. Same again. Yeah, we're gonna have some fire frogs. We'll be going in between the second sets of frogs that move. They will be doing smaller AoEs, as long as you're between them, you'll be fine. Not moving yet, don't worry. And towards 4. You have your open side. You're going to face it towards the gunner in the centre. And a turret on the side. Tank busters. And raid wide. Next up will be the turret ads. We'll be focusing down the ads when they spawn. Plus tanks will pick them up and we'll invul on it. Nothing to worry about there. Here they come. Focus down the ads. And we'll invul on the sniper shot. One on the other side towards B. Focus that down. And raid one. A bit late. Gonna have the fire or the ice next. If we have fire, we don't. We're gonna keep moving. Keep moving now. Keep moving. Keep moving. And you're good. We can skip the jumping bones. Okay, ABC to A, D, F towards D. If you still have your invuln, put your stances on now. Here, let's get ready to reflect your orbs. Okay, focus on the aura spheres. And invuln that spike check. Little mark above your head. You can turn your stance off after. We can focus the ads on them in the meantime, just attack the open side, not the shielded side. Otherwise that will happen. Hold DPS. And open sides. Gonna have some more orbs in a second. Healers get ready, and tanks get ready as well. Focus down the aura spheres. Inbound the spike check. And kill the ads. If you have heal limit breaks as soon as it's up, dues from the center. Now. Oh, too late. Never mind. It was very, very close. Okay, they can pick up the dead. Grab 2 treasure coffers, there's 2 there, thanks to Angry. Thank you, Langu. Okay, everybody's up. Okay, Ghost. We got Banish. Awesome. I have faith that we're going to skip ads, so I'm not going to bother with healers. So for the ghost, nothing to really worry about. We'll go to either the A or the D marker. And we're going to follow the chasing donut down. It moves a little bit quicker. I think the safe circle is a little bit smaller as well. It's been a while since I've done normal. It's not, is it? I always thought it was. It definitely moves faster though.
Yeah,
And then we'll just jump between 2 markers. Yeah, the worst thing is the DRS one feels slow to me now. But yeah, nothing to worry about this, just follow the calls. We'll do ready checks. A, B, C, T, and F, just E. E's ready. Okay, countdown. Double check stances are off. Here we go. I have 1 singular raid wide, which only tickles. And I'm pretty sure about to see that A or D we're going to go to. We're going to Alpha. Gonna follow the donut down towards the 1 marker. And stop at 1. Over to 2. And back over to 1. Starting on 1. Okay, down 3 clears on 2 column, and then we'll move over to 2. Minus 3, 2, 1, over to 2. Yeah, nice. Good job. Perhaps ahead, and there is also your personal loot.
Do you say we're gonna follow the donut to the 1 marker? You've been following it all right.
Do not do that.
Or that.
Yeah. I don't know why somebody's doing that. Keep your distance from the trap, hug the wall nice and tight. And all I found. Yeah, because somebody got clipped by the poison and it killed them. That's why we don't do that. Yeah, about. That's where we're gonna have some fun. Right, so I'll post some little pictures as like a little bit of a guide and DRS trip. Okay, so Trinity of Valor, the aim of the game is to get your temperature to neutral by getting hit by certain AoEs. So you'll get a temperature, and yeah, hit by an AoE. Make yourself neutral, and then you resolve the mechanic. There's a few extra gimmicks though, it's a little bit different. For the meteors, there's no safe spot in the middle. For the bow and arrows, there is no line tracing which way you would need to go, which way the arrow will go. So you would either need to use the patterns that are in DRS chat, or you can trace the arrow yourself. The way that they resolve is if the arrow can take a turn, it will take a turn. So if there's a horizontal line when it's heading down its path towards the group, it will go down it before carrying on towards the group. Any horizontal line, it will go down. As well for the sword cleaves, they all happen at once. All 4 of them happen at once. Hot 1, hot 2, cold 1, cold 2, all at the same time. The little GIF in DRS chat shows you how it roughly looks. For that, there's only 1 neutral safe spot. I'll call them out. It'll either be 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you need to be 1 square north, south, east, or west, or left, right, front, or back of that safe spot. Never be diagonal from it because it will just straight up kill you. Diagonal does not work. So you move 1 square in towards your sword cleave. Let's find the sword, move towards it. The extra gimmick that we have, the second time around that we see each of the mechanics, will be with an elemental brand debuff. There's a little picture in DRS chat below the arrow patterns which show you what they look like. For that, it makes it a hell of a lot easier if you do not look at the temperature above your head, but you just look at your debuff bar. You add your 2 temperatures together to work out your true temperature, and you resolve the mechanic accordingly. The debuff, the elemental brand, resolves after the mechanic finishes, so after getting hit by whatever mechanic, you may end up on some form of temperature, your elemental brand resolves, and then it makes you to neutral. So, yeah, add them together, work it out, get hit by the correct thing. Also, as well, there are some force marches as well. So the force march without sprint will take you 2 squares. We have one for the first meteors, and so we'll let our force march take you to the correct meteor. There's also one which will take us to either the B or the D side before the first bow and arrows happen, and there's also one which happens during to resolve your temperature for the second arrows. To note as well, which I did forget to say, when we have the elemental brand, during bow, it is possible that your elemental brand will cancel out your temperature. So for that, you will just follow or trace the empty arrow slots. There's an invisible arrow there, which is neutral. You just follow that one. And for the sword mechanic, it is possible that you may need to get hit twice. So you may have 2 hot ones or 2 cold ones. So yeah, just be aware of that. Other than that, each at least one tank in each party needs to have ether shield slotted. Indeed, food will help you. So if you've got less than roughly about 10 minutes, then yeah, apply that. And then we can do our ready checks. Make sure you'll have shell. Buffett would definitely help here because each raid word is a nasty bleed tick.
Shell 2, I might add. I've seen someone handing out Shell 1.
Never ever show one. It's weak. We don't like weak.
Why so weak?
Why so weak? So weak. Okay, A, B, C, and E are good. Eight together, strong. A, B, C, D, E, and lastly F.
Oh, that's right.
F is ready.
Okay, that's right.
Countdown. As well, all the tank busters here are shared, so there's one right at the start, so all tanks will be in front once we pull. So yeah, all tanks in front for the shared buster. Here, this can already start pre-shielding. And ether shields up. We're going to see all three of the weapons. And we're starting out by moving away. Move away, out, out. And next up is behind. Behind, behind. And last one is in front. We're starting out with the sword cleaves. Boss is going to become untargetable soon, so save any big stuff. And our first save spot is on 1. Be on or next to 1. Do not be diagonal from 1, it will kill you. And our next save spot is on 2. Be on or next to 2. Or is death. Don't be on 4. Yeah, you're back on the bus. And next up is a raid wide. It shows up. And then we're gonna have the staff with the meteors. So range, you can already start moving out a little bit. And melees we can move out now. And sort of stack up towards the 3 marker in the middle for the proximities when they appear. And you have a temperature. You're also going to get a force march as well. Check both of those, and let your force march take you to the correct meteor. Find your meteor, and force march to it. Heal up, shield up, and ether shields. And next up will be a bow, so we'll be going behind the 3 marker, the boss will recenter. Behind. All tanks will be in front for the shared buster when it appears. And you also have a force march. Everyone has a force march. Check what you've got, and you're going to let it take you to either Bravo or Delta. It will take you 2 squares. I'm going to allow a force march take us to Bravo. Force march to Bravo. You got a temperature, and you're gonna let your gonna find your arrow, press your arrow, and you can manually to your square. Hampton. Heal up, and eat shields. Okay, we'll be going in front for the sword cleaves. In front of the boss, in front. Okay, boss is gonna move and become untargetable, so yeah, same again, save any big damages. Right, you got your temperature. You're also going to get your elemental brand, add them 2 together to work out your true temperature. You may need to get hit twice here. And our first neutral save spot is on 2, be on or next to 2. Our next save spot is on 4, be on or next to 4. Back on the boss, range you can stay out. Heal up, eat shields. Moving out in a second. And out. Okay, temperature and elemental brands, same again, add them together. We're going to walk manually to our meteor this time though, while dodging the clones on the outside.
Are we?
Yeah, they're LB from the center now. No. That moved a little bit quicker than I was expecting it to.
It got off.
Nice, good shit. Right, we can arrive to Z, and we can grab our personal boots towards the A marker, and if anyone wants to get the mini trap, by all means, move on back now. Back where we came from. Where the traps were. Not going to hit the queen yet. Got a little bit of trash to deal with.
Hardest boss in this whole fucking dungeon.
Huh?
It's the hardest boss in this dungeon, though.
I don't know why.
This is the raid killer.
Go. Take it. Take it. Go on.
Take what? Okay, I got more traps down the bottom. Does anybody have perception? If not, I can start it again, it's not an issue.
I don't know why you were so afraid of touching that mini trap.
I was waiting for you.
Don't want to be a lala.
Yeah, but I checked around the corner, there wasn't anyone.
Yeah, and one more.
The
There it is.
distance you moved to before you did that second perception. It's like really risking that trap.
Nah, what's this? Fine. Fine. Alright, I need 4 tanks who can kite and add. Who know how to kite and add, ideally, but it's fine. 1, 2, 3. Any more? Any more tanks? Your first time, so what we'll give you 3, and we'll give. Where's he gone? No, you can have 4. There you go. That's fine. I'll explain what you need to do. So, not long after pulling, after we've done a bit of damage, there will be an add phase. The arena is split into 2 parts. There's the inner ring and the outer ring, which I'm stood in now. They're the little lighter colour bits. For this, healers, you will be on the inner ring. Got a couple of dispellers. What will happen is there will be some earth orbs and there's some fire orbs. The fire orbs will need to be reflected by any healers with light curtains, and the earth orbs need to be dispelled, and you just apply a dot to it to kill it. The spell will make it basically 1 HP. So, yeah. Rest of us, we will be on the outer ring. As soon as the phase transition happens, everyone will be moving to 3 unless you're a tank with a number above your head. If you are, you go to the corresponding marker, you put your stance on, and you will be kiting around the map. Okay, so what will happen? There will be 4 adds close towards the boss relative to your marker. You pick it up with your range stack, and you're going to kite it around the arena. You'll be kiting it around clockwise, the direction I'm sort of going now. What you do is, you pull it, you wait for it to get a little bit close towards you, and you start running around to the next marker. When you do, there will be some, by the time you reach the next marker, there will be some traps that will spawn between the markers. Only on the outer ring, so you want to be on a cardinal position. What will happen is, once the traps spawn, you will invuln, and then you'll run around to the next marker. So if you're on 3, you run round to 4, pop your invuln, run round to 1. And then for that, yeah, you just keep kiting the adder around the arena. Don't go too fast, but also same as well, don't go too slow. Us DPS, we will be not doing too much damage to the boss to start with. We'll save it all for the adds, save your actions, save your burst, all of that. And then we'll be focusing down the ads counterclockwise. The ads will be moving clockwise, move around counterclockwise to get to the next one as quickly as possible. So we start at 3, then we'll move around to 2, and so on. Everyone as well, you need to be aware of a couple of things. There is some notches that you can see on these little rings. There's the inner notch, and there's the outer notch, which is jumping around just here. You might get some debuffs. Let's post the picture. Oh, sorry, don't worry, been done. In DRS chat, there's a couple of pictures. If the other one sends, there it is. They are a push or a pull debuff. So for that, if you get the push, you'll be on the inner notch to get pushed out. And if you've got a pull, you'll be on the outer notch to get pulled in. Happens relatively early on, so yeah, just keep an eye, and I'll call it out as well. Also as well, the ring can be have a little lightning circle go around it, so whenever that happens, you want to be inside of a notch, and just dodge any lightning puddles that appear. That's about it. Only other thing that happens if a tank happens to die, any tank that can pick it up and just kite it around, that's fine. But if it's on a DPS, same again. Just keep your distance from it. As long as it doesn't attack you, you're fine. They move relatively slowly. We've got a first timer on 3, I believe. We'll put them first, so at least then that add dice first. Plus, there's me, and I guess the Nova can cover as well. Okay. Let's do some ready checks. A, B, C, D, E, and F are ready. Let's do our countdown. Right, you won't have your stances on yet. You'll wait till the phase transition. We're safe. There's no concealed traps nearby. Yet. Okay, same again, so yeah, save any big stuff. Don't worry about using your actions yet. We'll save them for the ads. Tank Buster first. We're going to get ready to use Knockback Immunity. Use it now. And then get close and dodge the 3 cone cleaves. We're going to move away, max casting range, out, out, out. And healers on the inner ring, tanks your spot, everyone else to 3. Pick up the ads. And start kiting them around. Be towards a marker position. Perhaps are going out in a sec. Be on a marker. Do not be in between. And tanks can invuln and sweep around. You have a debuff, and you're going to resolve it now. Resolve your debuffs now. The inner notch. Focus down the next ad. Which puddles? You know how it goes. One last ad. We're going to get the debuff, but we're not going to be resolving it yet. In a notch, in a notch, in a notch. And then careful of the fire orb as well. Be away from the fire orb unless you've got light curtains. Raid wide. There you go, nice. Okay, some lightning puddles are going to go out.
That's what you would do.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
Take them out, and then once you place them, move out of them. They'll keep doing damage. Take the lightning puddle out. Do not place them in the middle like that. And move out, max casting range. And then back on the boss. Another 2 set of lightnings are going out. Take them out. Another set now. And then max casting, away from the proximity, sorry. Away from the proximity, then get back close after to dodge the 3 cleaves. Should be able to outrange them if you're upset. And then we're going to go around again. So a tank buster. And knockback immune now. Plus 3 cleaves. Only say like 1 or 2 though. Not even 1. Good job! Right, we can arise the dead, grab your personal loot, and then we'll wait before we go ahead to Queen. Wasn't too bad. Got a couple of little bonks somewhere, but we got there.
We can keep this one dead. It's not needed.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
What was it?
Guess the RS is harder than BA.
Must be, yeah.
Then
Never
again,
seen
Sorry,
dying in
yeah,
BA.
one time.
then again, you died yesterday on BA also, yeah.
That didn't count.
I think Slip's getting old.
Yeah.
I hope so for him.
Let's go. We can go ahead now.
Mechanics too hard.
2 debuffs. How can you possibly remember which is which?
Sucky,
Yeah.
sucky, blowy, blowy.
Okay.
Oh, I genuinely forgot about that. Right. Look it up.
Oh, I don't know where I found it.
Okay. Well, now, guys, what's the cutscene? There's no difference to normal. But we'll let you enjoy it. Alright, if anyone has run out of re-raises, if you come over to the left-hand side, over here, I'm jumping around, any DPS that has lost re-raise can apply it to you. Give yourself a marker. There you go, there's your physical excellence. Okay, last few on their way. So, Queen, for this, it's generally just recycle mechanics from Queen's Guard, but they're just paired a little bit differently. So, for example, I'll just go through the different combinations we will have, which will include the first one being we'll have the tethered window lightning with the gunner open side and the turrets on the side. The second one we will have the shield omen where we'll get knocked back from the center, this time while dodging the Queen's half arena cleave and also dodging some exploding clones to get away from the tethered set. Third one, straight after Super Chest, we will stay stacked up together. The knight's going to jump towards us, and then we'll either go inside or outside the knight's hitbox while dodging the 3 cleaves. Same as Queen's Guard Phase 1. And then we'll dodge the little bouncing turret, so as long as you're not in front of an arrow or an orange, you're fine. Last one is the bomb mechanic, which I don't think we're going to see. I have Optimism, which will be, same again, tether or debuff to big or a small bomb. I'll call it out. But there will be a knockback from blue line. So get knockback, and then we'll also have the fire or the ice. So after the knockback, if we get fire, just stop moving, and then resolve your bomb after. Last thing to note, well, last couple of things to note rather. There is a couple of times where we will have some lightning orbs around the arena. This is what your light curtains are for. Same again, pop your light curtains onto your hotbar, it'll make it a little bit easier to use. The boss will have a sovereignty gauge. Once it reaches 100, we pop our light curtains, and then you can reflect the lightning orbs. Otherwise, get away from them. We only need to reflect 1, so don't need to worry about trying to reflect them all. At the same time as well, any healers that have Dispel, you'll be dispelling the Queen a few times. And yeah, the last thing to note, for Super Chess, I'll call out where you need to stand. Just add your 2 debuffs together for how many squares you need to walk, and I'll tell you where to stand for it. We'll either need to end up on the A or the C marker, so you face towards it, and you move sort of away from it. That's roughly about it. Oh yeah, for the Super Chess, you need to resolve it in 2 parts. So when you start walking, if you get a marker above your head, a little red marker, doom buff, doom marker, move back 1 square, just to get rid of it. That's roughly about it. So what we can do is we can do some ready checks, and Re up your buff food if you need to. Got one really
DC.
low. I've got DC as well. Squat gang over here.
Instead of doing the game guys do it in real life.
They can.
Only that was a thing, eh?
Gamers.
I would not survive in our food spots.
I have been advised to refrain from squatting.
Wow, our will be so strong.
DC, which wait for our DCs to get back. One thing I forgot to mention, for the first part we will have easy chests. Which will be a case of, there will be the North Winds Glow, which is some intersecting lines. It's the little 3 orange glowing things where lines coming from it. We get away from wherever they touch. I'll call out a letter marker, but we may need to adjust according to that, so just be quick on your feet. And yeah. If we happen to also as well be on the 1 square closer, so if we're not in like this, if it's towards C, for example, and we need to move towards either like 4 or 3, you want to be on the like back side of it. That's only like around about just under half of the square is safe. Let's have a look who we have already. A, B, D, E, and F. Let's do another road check of man. Okay, looks like we're all good. In which case then, we shall do our countdown. Double check stances are off. And put and here we go. Have a raid wide first. Ether shields up. And then yeah, no easy chest first, normal chest. Hard chest. And we are heading towards Alpha. A is safe for the first one, the one in front is also safe. And then we'll go to 1. To 1. 1 is safe. I think Buster are coming up. Healing shield for the raid wide, and Ether shields up. And then we have super chest shortly, so yeah, save on the big stuff and become untargetable. Right, we're going to want to end up on 8 as you debuffs together. And And we are going 5 behind D, 6 on 4, 7 in front of C, in front of the Queen. 5 behind D, 6 on 4, 7 behind, in front of the Queen. Back column, you're going to get cleaned. And resolve down the D column. Remember, if you get a red marker above your head, move back 1 square. And end up on the safe spot. Okay, back on the Queen. We start healing and shielding. Heal shields. Keep the shields up. And here comes the aforementioned sovereignty gauge. Once that reaches 100, it will then pop our light curtains. Otherwise, you get away from the lightning orbs. Light curtains. Spell the Queen. 1-on-1. And inside of a dome. Inside. Perfect. Okay. First run up display. Which is the tether window lightning, along with the open side, but we have the north winds glow to do it first. Tether to wind, untether to lightning, and we're heading towards Bravo. Head towards Bravo. Base weapon size the gunner at 1, and a turret on the side. Tank buster number 2. And second middle display. So this is the one with the knockback from the middle. Remember, don't be too close to the middle, you'll get clipped. While also getting the Queen's Cleave. I'll call out which markers to get knocked to. And we're going to get knocked towards 2. Which means sort of 2 and B, roughly there. Okay, head towards 1. And A1 defined. Back on Queen. Heals and shields. Keep the shields up. And we're going into the second super chest. We're going to end up on Alpha. And it's the same again, 5 behind D, 6 on 4, 7 in front of the Queen. And we're going to resolve down the D column again. Same again, red marker, move back a square. And on the safe spot. Okay, we can stay relatively stacked up as we are now. Healers can LB from the center now. Attack buster. And stack up where we are now in front of the queen. Stack up nice and tight. The knight's going to jump towards us. And we'll be staying inside of this hitbox. Hyper focused on it now. Never mind, it's dead. Good shovel. Skipped it. Congratulations, everyone. You can grab your personal loot, and if also you want to take a screenshot by the tree, you are welcome to do so. And yeah, congrats on the first clears.
Nice to be clear.